able to be like, oh, I want to make games like this person. Like I want to be able to like think about the way that they're making games and be able to look at someone's, creative collection of work and be able to sort of see the human behind that, the way that you can look at like, Stanley Kubrick's movies or Spielberg's movies and see those things as like different collections because there were people that were like helming that direction.
I enjoyed that talk. I was at that talk, and I will link to it in the show notes. And it's funny that I was going to joke earlier. It's like it's the opposite of Bennett, whereas like Bennett makes a game because he hates you, whereas this is like, no, I like you, and I want you to learn Sudoku.
Yeah. Bennett makes a game because he hates himself, and he wants you to get in on that.
Yeah, fair. Different, very different question, just for me, but is it intimidating to like come into an established Sudoku world of players and designers, like as an outsider, and just say like, I'm the one making this definitive version of it with this very ballsy name? Like, do you get pushback from other players and developers and like Sudoku masters? Like, have you encountered that?
I mean, Really Bad Chess got a lot of pushback from like sort of mid-tier chess players. That's my own dig right there. Back at you, mid-tier chess players. But no, I don't know. I think.
Is that not like a thing you sort of worry about as you're putting it together, where you're like, this needs to sort of, I don't know, jive with their expectations or whatever? You're just more making it in a relative vacuum, I guess, because you're trying to actually take a meaningful step forward in improving it and not just like adhere to the current standard.
I mean, like this one definitely, obviously you can tell the difference between like the ballsiness of the name between, Really Bad Chess and Good Sudoku. There's like a pretty wide gap there. I think the difference is in Really Bad Chess, I was doing something that was like extremely sacrilegious with chess, which is like making it not necessarily fair, which is, like a core, like I already had the dig there, right? I was like, oh, you thought chess was cool because it's fair? Well, I like it not fair or whatever. But like this one, like really, I was really just trying to make a great Sudoku game. Like I wanted to make the best Sudoku game that I'd ever seen. That was the goal. And I think when I would feel uncomfortable picking a name about good Sudoku if I was making a good Sudoku game. But I think we made a really good Sudoku game. Like, I'm really proud of what we did. Not from like, looking at it and being just like vague about it, but like, we really expanded on a lot of different ideas in Sudoku. Like we built a Sudoku game that gives you the kinds of notes that you can't take in other games. We built a game that like has this ridiculous, complicated hint system that teaches you all of these things about Sudoku that you probably didn't know. We built a Sudoku game that has online dailies which for some weird reason, there are no Sudokus out there that like have daily puzzles that are like online. So we've got that. We built a game where you can create puzzles and share them, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like we hit a lot of features that improved it over us, and we designed it to like be a beautiful thing on a phone, to be easy to use, to like fit the layout of a phone and be this thing. And so I felt confident in the name because it wasn't just one improvement we were making on Sudoku. It was like 3 really significant improvements and then a smattering of like smaller improvements.
This is another. I thought this was a really good question. You could, again, maybe answer some of it, but if there's any other thoughts. So Brent said, are you personally as confident as your game design feels? In other words, all your games feel very deliberate, like this is what you were making the whole time, whereas I know a lot of designers sort of stumble into the final product with testing and feedback. Is that just an effect or a polish, or did Good Sudoku end up as what you'd envisioned at the start? So it sounds like it ended up as even more than you envisioned, really. But
yeah, I mean, that's 2 questions. Am I like a confident person? Yes, like it's like weird. Definitely.
Not weird.
I am I'm like a make one decision and stick with it kind of person. And my wife is like research 10,000 things and find the best one, and that makes us a good team.
I was going to say that could be a really good team or a really bad team.
Yeah, good team. Because sometimes I'm wrong, but I don't know I'm wrong because I'm pretty confident. So so I don't know, but with games, I mean, I think the way that I approach games is I make a little thing and I see if it sucks, and if it doesn't suck, then I work on a little more, and then I see if it is still good, and then if it's still good, I work on a little more. So like I would never, almost never, under any circumstance, work on something that I didn't think was going to be really good. And so it makes it really easy to be confident with the game design because I basically know what I want to do at the start, and I have a lot of checkpoints along the way, and if at any point the game is not hitting those checkpoints, I just drop it and do something else. I don't need to spend time trying to figure out how to make something good. I'd rather just try enough things until I hit on something good and then make it into a game.
Was there ever a point in Good Sudoku where you had that, or was it just like the gift that kept on giving during the development process?
No, it was obvious like every time I implemented something that it was like fulfilling. I mean, sometimes like I have a bunch of ideas about something and I try it and then I think maybe this is just me, maybe I should show it to people, and then I show it to people, and this happened with Good Sudoku, and they were like, yeah, I don't know, that seems like cheating, and I was like, no, I think you're wrong, and I kept going, and eventually I was right, they were wrong. So
Yeah, can we use that as a segue? Because I wanted to ask you about that. We got a couple of really good questions about this. So I was interested in the auto noting, or what you think is.